आपादमौलिपर्यन्तां गुरूणामाकृतिं स्मरेति न विघ्नप्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथः लक्ष्मीं तनोतु नितरामितरानपेक्षमङ्गृध्वयं निगमशाकिशिखाप्रवालं हैरम्बमम्बुरुहडम्बरचौर्यनिग्रहं विघ्नाद्रिभीरशतधारतुरन्तरन्नः सर्वेषां स्वागतम्. This is the third session of fourth shloka, which is the positive psychology element. So we saw in this shloka, there are two parts of samskara that we usually see. What is that? One is the Atma Bodha, and then the other one is the Guru. The Guru part of it is also very much relevant to positive psychology, but we will follow that in the seventh shloka onwards, because there is a mention of the Guru over there. But over here, we'll focus a little on Atma Bodha, why it is important. So there is one concept of self-importance when it comes to psychology. What is that self-importance? That is a manifestation of egoism. It's not egoism, it is one of the manifestation of egoism. Now, what do you mean by egoism? Egoism is when I say I'm the doer. I'm the person who's doing, and there is nobody above that. In this context, usually what happens, I isolate myself from the rest of the world and I start giving myself more importance. When we spoke about the history of psychology, also, we spoke about why the clinical psychology part of it started giving us mental psychological problems, because we started saying what is wrong with us, and when we isolated ourselves from the whole world and started asking the same question, it started to give negative interpretations to anything and everything that we do, nitpicking. So what happens is, when I start thinking myself, when I start giving too much importance to myself, I forget that the world around me is also going through the same kind of notions that I'm going through, same problems that I'm going through. So there is a problem. Is it my problem? It only becomes my problem when I think it is mine, when I consider it as mine. So unless and until I consider it as my problem, it is a problem. Is there a problem of an economy? There is a lack of growth. There may be a lack of government functioning. I don't consider any of these things as my problem. Why? Because I am not isolating and attaching myself to that problem. Then what is my problem? I am isolating myself and thinking that I have hypertension. My job is extremely difficult. Obviously, I'm not the only person who's running the world. So there are just as equally important people who are doing equally important jobs. So why am I the only body who's suffering? Because I'm making myself suffer. The flip side of egoism is that once it gives you confidence and then it grows into overconfidence and then an alter personality of ego, it also makes you suffer more, because you start feeling that I am the only one with this kind of problem. I'm the only one person suffering. The world is targeting only me. So this kind of notion is something that we need to get rid of. So that Atma Bodha is very important for us to reduce this kind of mental torture. It's ours only. We bring it to ourselves. We torture ourselves in this, but we do it without knowing. Why? Just an extension of how things work. Let us assume that I'm late. I'm late to some place, maybe to work. I'm going as fast as I can. I'm breaking the traffic signals. Traffic violations are caused. What is the reason for that? I feel I'm late. I feel I'm late. Is nobody late? I am tensed about work. I'm sitting at home thinking about that work. I have a presentation maybe. I'm thinking and thinking about it again and again. What to do? Am I the only person who's going to present? Am I the only person who has presented something at work? No, I have a tough time managing work life and personal life. I don't know how I'm doing. I'm feeling pressurized. Am I the only one who's pressurized? Why am I isolating myself and torturing myself? It causes the uh, the speciality of self importance is that the more importance you give, the more you believe that you're better than everybody else, and therefore any slight challenges that we face, we start believing that that challenge is directed only towards me, and then we start putting on more pressure. Thus, this Atmabodha helps us understand that we are not the only person, we are not the only ones over here. Everybody has to face changes, everybody has to change obstacles. We are not the only person who is struggling through life. It's going to be the same for everybody. They have their own unique challenges. Health problems. Why should a health problem make me mentally weak? Am I the only person with health problems? There are so many people with so much health problems, and sometimes they don't even have the resources to realize that they have a health problem. So, this helps us understand Atma Bodha. What is Atma Bodha? Again, I'm going to repeat that. Atma Bodha is when we realize that the Atman or the Brahman, which is the causal body of us, of all manifestations, is one. He lies with everybody. He's a part of each and every one of us. As Krishna himself puts it, I think in which one was that? Ajopi Sannavyayatma, Bhutanam Ishwaropi San. This is again from Bhagavad Gita. I think fourth shloka, fourth adhyaya, sixth shloka, if I'm not wrong. 1 minute. Yes, chapter 4. Yes. अजोपि सन्नव्ययात्मा भूतानाम् ईश्वरोऽपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वामधिष्ठाय संभवाम्यात्म मायया. Through Maya, I am manifesting myself as the Bhutanam Ishwaropisan. So, in the Prakriti, through Maya, he is manifesting himself. But practically speaking, he is not. Uh, Something that we need to understand is if he is manifesting as me, he would have manifested himself as somebody else. He would have manifested as a rock. He would have manifested himself as the whole world, the whole existence. So that Brahman Tattva, the Brahma Tattva is there in everybody. And therefore, that respect that we have to derive, that respect that we have to give to others, that is something essential to kill this self importance, because going ahead self importance turns out to be a mental torture. There are many parts of Bhagavad Gita which keep preaching the same thing. In If we take the 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, Krishna keeps saying that I am the one who is manifested as Vishnu among the Adityas. I am the one who has manifested as Kanda, Vrishninam Vasudeva. So, as Vasudeva, he is among the Vrishnis. So, he is the one who has manifested. So, therefore, he is not different from me to another person. Vrittis are there. I have different view, somebody else has a different view, and based on that guna karma, we keep changing. But ultimately, we do believe that that is the reason we do namaste. That I'm bowing down to the Brahman Tattva of the other person, not to that person personally. That Brahman Tattva of the other person. So We need to make sure, see that that's what he clearly says. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddesherjuna tishtati sorry, brahmayan sarva bhutani yantrarudhani maya. By maya, I am the one who manifest into sarva bhutas, all the panchabhutas, whatever is manifested through panchabhutas, I am the one who do it. And I make them work like a machine. It is through my Maya only it happens. So by remembering this, what we need to understand is that it is all the creations, everything, not just talking about human beings. Everybody has to come across change. Everybody has to go across challenges. If it is gold, they start from ore and you have to come to one particular ornament. Matlab, it has to be extracted. They have to go through multiple processes of purification, melting, going through high temperatures. If you're talking about a stone, a small river that flows through can give rise to a different form. So we need to use Atma Bodha to reduce self-importance. That is the reason whenever there is a when we do kriyas, when we, like for example Sandhya Vandana kriyas, we say this when we do the Ishvara Samarpana, we say this सर्वकर्म कर्ता सर्वकर्म कारयिता सर्वकर्म फलभोक्ता सर्वकर्म फलभोजयिता सर्वकर्म प्रेरकः क्षीराब्धिशायी श्री भारती रमण मुख्य प्राणांतरत सवित्रनामक श्री लक्ष्मीनारायण प्रेरणया सुप्रीतो वरदो भवतु श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु. So I am not the doer, somebody is making me do it. He is the one who's inspiring me also. And if there is karma phala, I am enjoying, he is enjoying it through me. I am not the one who is doing it. So this concept helps us not just reduce the egoism, but also respect others. So we need the positive psychology part of this verse is that using Atma Bodha to reduce self-importance, which is a manifestation of egoism. So this is the positive psychology part of it. We need to, positive psychology, as I've explained before, it is not just with respect to what is the positives in me. I need to actively make an effort to reduce the negative aspects also. This is one such aspect, to reduce it. So with this, we end the positive psychology session for the fourth shloka. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः प्रतिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यो शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि.